Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Patrick Sherwin, the founder and CEO at GoSun. Thank you for joining us again, Patrick.
Awesome. It's so much fun to be here again, Fred.
Well, you're doing something really terrific. But before we get into that, for people who aren't familiar with GoSun, give us the quick overview of what the company is all about.
GoSun's making the world's most efficient fuel-free cooking technology, and we're expanding past that to become a leader in all consumer solar products. So we want to be able to fuel the outdoor kitchen with a clean, healthy, fuel-free solution that's super easy to use. You can kind of set it and forget about it, and it's very safe, so you can have anybody around it. You don't have to worry about the demands of dealing with the flame, the charcoal, the dirty and smoky fuel that you got to buy. You just toss our products out in the sun, and they're always reliable and available. We're even pivoting from just a solar appliance to solar in a hybrid with some backup electricity.
And that technology can be life-saving. In the instance that we're talking about here today, tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, we had an exciting week last week. The Typhoon Yutu, which was pretty much the most catastrophic typhoon on record, at least for the last 100 years, to hit a U.S. territory. And this little island nation, the North Mariana Islands, it's actually a part of the United States, U.S. territory, was leveled to a large extent. I mean, 180 mile an hour sustained Category 5 winds. And the American Red Cross buzzed GoSun and said, hey, we need to get fuel-free cooking solutions down there as soon as possible, because these people are, they're going to have to be hand-fed for the first week or two until we can get something that they can sustain feeding themselves while they rebuild. No electric, no gas, no water. And GoSun is one of those rare items that can be deployed and is an all-inclusive autonomous device. It doesn't take batteries. It doesn't require inputs from far away. And so you pair it with your food, which are in this case going to be a lot of rice and beans and plantains and kind of staple foods, and just add water, which we can sterilize inside the device, and we're back to keeping families fed. So we responded to the call immediately. We leveraged all the existing inventory that we had, and got it in the hands of American Red Cross. And then today we're talking, I think it's maybe 5 days after the storm. I believe it's 4 days after the storm hit. We have the whole order in an airplane on its way to Saipan, which is this capital of the North Mariana Islands.
So 1,500 solar stoves in all are on their way?
Yep, that's right. And that's a combination of our GoSun Sport and the GoSun Sport Pro Pack. So this is the first unit that we developed. We launched it 5 years ago through Kickstarter, and it's been our most popular. We've sold, over 20,000, about 20,000 of those around the world in the last 5 years. The Sport feeds two people at a time. What seems limiting with a 2-inch diameter, 2-foot long evacuated tube oven is actually quite versatile and quite enabling when used proper. So there is some training that's going to go into this deployment to be sure that people know how to maximize that volume. And the Sport is very fast. It achieves temperatures over 500 degrees. And so a meal can be made in about 20 minutes under full sunlight. Even when there's like raw meat or lots of root vegetables, it'll finish a meal in just 30 minutes. So this is a very fast, powerful solar oven. And as I mentioned, it comes with all the parts and pieces. It's only a 7-pound package. And so you can carry it just about anywhere. You can set it up just about anywhere. You just need to have access to sunlight. In a place like North Mariana Islands, that happens over 300 days a year. And so there should be almost no interruption in their ability to keep feeding themselves.
And these are being provided to the Red Cross, from what I read here, at a very deep discount.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we're not when it comes to the world of need. We're here to serve. We have a very altruistic business model. We call it a social enterprise, and this has been a dream of mine from day one, to try to get our technology to where it's really needed. So we will make more to respond to future calls, and if anyone listening is ever interested in has a need that needs, people want a hot meal, think of GoSun to be there to help meet that need.
Really, really terrific. Congratulations on doing this. And I guess for regular consumers, this might mean a little delay if they're looking to buy one.
Well, I tell you, we're going to have some inventory constraints come Black Friday and the holidays. So, yeah, get your GoSun now. We do still have a few that were falling back from different dealers. We basically made a bunch of calls when the order came through to say, hey, we're going to sell everything we have in our warehouse. Can we grab some of the units that you might have and put them back, in our warehouse? If we'll give you the same price that you bought them from us. And several of our bigger dealers said that they would oblige. So we do have it's going to be an interesting Q4 for GoSun. This was a wild card that I had been waiting on and hoping for many years, and I hope it's the beginning of many more. I'm sure the people that are in that need will figure out how to use the product and how powerful it is, and with that, provide testimony that puts us on a track to do a lot more.
And for consumers who may be interested and find these models in short supply, you do have a new larger cooking stove too that's now on the market, correct?
I think you're speaking of the GoSun Fusion. Well, we have 3 products available today, starting small with a 3-pound unit called the GoSun Go. The Sport is the next one up, which is the one that we just used for the relief efforts. And then we ended the GoSun Grill, which is a larger unit that can cook for upwards of 8 people. It's about 25 pounds, so it's not as portable. That unit is now also available in a form that cranks at a higher performance, so you can get increased speed. We launched a product between the Sport and the Grill recently called the GoSun Fusion. That's going to be available in the spring of next year. And the Fusion is named that because it has backup electricity inside the stove to where you can cook on 12-volt electric as well as on the sun. So it's a hybrid, which will create even more reliability with respect to using this basically outdoor stove that you can use now anywhere, including the indoors.
Terrific information. For more info, folks can go to gosun.co. Patrick Sherwin, thank you for taking the time with us.
Oh, thanks again, Fred. Anytime.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C. Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C. Crane.